My boyfriend is thinking of breaking up with me. My boyfriend of 3 years just had a baby with his ex. We've talked about it and came to an understanding. For now, he is at his place, with his daughter and her mother, while I'm at my place. He doesn't live with her, but he wanted to have her over for a few days. I'm not handling it well. I cry a lot because I picture them having great moments together, and I feel jealous and left out. He calls me every day, and comes to see me like every 2 or 3 days. I try to hold it up, but I cry when we talk on the phone. Just now, he said to me that he can't bear it anymore, my crying, and that he had enough and he doesn't want this. I feel heartbroken. I don't know what to do. Please, help with some advice. Your boyfriend of 3 years just had a baby with his ex? So he cheated, or you're actually the side piece? Sounds like a mess all around and it's likely better off ending. So based on your comments, you were the other woman for 3 years. He lives with his actual girlfriend and they had a baby together. He doesn't live with her, but he's at his place with his daughter and his ex. He's not your BF. He's played you and her. You should be grateful you have an easy way to get out of it. He's not a prize, so don't be sad you didn't win. Wouldn't call him your boyfriend when you've always been the side chick though. You knew one of you was gonna get hurt, but banked on it being her and not you. Person shrugging. Sounds like you should break up with him, not the other way around. You are not his girlfriend. You are just a plate or a side piece that he uses for sex. You have been lied to by him for obvious reason. It's best for you to leave this relationship and have some self-respect. My 28F boyfriend, 28 male, frequently responds to what I'm saying with bizarre clarifying questions. For instance, I was telling him this long story about the neglected kids I saw at my uncle's. He interrupts the story, apparently clarifying, "So you smoked meth?" I ignore it as I do at this point and go on with the story. He goes, "So what you're saying is you're spun? Like, WTF, dude." I can't emphasize how much this happens. Sometimes every one of his responses to what I'm saying are these outlandish, unrelated clarifications. They seemingly come out of nowhere. Just question after question. Or I'll be talking about my day at work, not even complaining. And he'll be like, "So you're quitting your job?" Or the ever constant, "So you're breaking up with me?" Or, "Guess you've blocked, muted me again." I've never blocked or muted him. Just out of nowhere. I think it bothers me 'cause I feel unlistened to. Or because they seem like thinly veiled accusations. He says he's merely asking questions to understand better. 'Cause good listening can include clarifying things you're confused about. Like, okay, I don't know what to do. Sounds to me like he smokes meth and he's off in his own world while you're talking. So he's confused about whether you smoke meth? WTF? Of course you feel like he isn't listening to you. He isn't. It really sounds like some weird power play thing going on. It stops being funny when it is happening frequently. Sit down and have a serious discussion about this with him. If he blows it off with another unrelated, clarifying question, then you know what you need to know. Info: does he do this with other people? If someone else is telling a story, does he ask similar questions or just you? Considering the nature of the questions, it seems he is extremely insecure, but that doesn't make it okay. You need to have a talk with him about it. If he doesn't take it seriously, then I would dump his ass. Honestly, I would have dumped him when he made the meth accusation. I feel like my heart was shattered into a million pieces. I can barely type this. I've been with someone for 3 years and she was my best friend and my girlfriend all in one. For the last 3 years we talked every day and related on so much. What we had built was so beautiful and meant so much to both of us, it was to the point we can finish each other's sentences. We lived together for a period of time. I knew and met her entire family and she knew mine. Throughout our relationship we only had one major issue: our sex wasn't amazing out the gate. But after actively listening to her and really taking time to learn her body, it got to the point where she loved it and her body would tremble and everything, and she would tell me how much she loved it. When I would talk about the thoughts of getting married, she would be unsure, and would feel guilty that she didn't feel the same. Another dynamic that really changed her life was she got bariatric surgery and lost 100 pounds, so for her whole life she was a plus-size woman, and talked about how that impacted her confidence and everything about her life. Fast forward to now, she's relatively small and she has gained a lot of happiness and confidence in herself, and I truly love and support it. I was there when she was about to get wheeled into the operating room. I took care of her for the 2-week healing period, and was so happy to see her glow and smile and feel confident after losing the weight. Since the surgery she really changed her lifestyle and became really dedicated to the gym, and I am not a gym person. I tried working out with her a few times, but she a beast, I couldn't keep up with her. Lol, I'm a bigger guy myself, but IDK y'all, I feel like I'm going on a tangent, I'm sorry, but fast forward to now, she doesn't want this anymore and feels like she still wants to explore. She tells me I'm the first man to really treat her amazing and really has not much dating experiences to compare it to. So she dumped me, and I just feel so hurt, I feel like I wasn't good enough. I question if it's cause of my weight or my height, 5 inches 6, or cause I'm still trying to get settled into my career. I'm really hurt, guys. I loved her so much. Too long, did not read. Dated woman for 3 years, I'm 26, she's 25, she no longer wants to be in this relationship no more due to still having uncertainty 3 years later. I'm so sorry for what happened to you. She obviously wants different things, and people, now. It's gonna hurt like hell, and for some time. Eventually you might get into a head space where you realize she doesn't deserve you and you're better off without her. Her loss. Unfortunately, this is fairly common after people have weight loss surgery. Many reasons why this may happen. I don't know that anything I say will ease your pain, but it sounds like you're a solid guy who was very supportive. You are not to blame, you were not deficient. She may come back, and you would have a choice to make should that happen. However, I recommend trying to move on. Spend time with your friends and family. Do things that bring you joy. You're no longer useful to her and she thinks she can get the same treatment in a prettier package. She'll find out she's incorrect and probably come crawling back. Don't let her. She made her decision. Alone in a crowded room. My wife, 38F, and I, 39, attended her male best friend's wedding reception and she got mad when I left early. Let me provide some details about why I chose to leave early. 1. I knew only 2 people at this reception. 2. My wife hardly talked to me throughout the night, she only sat near me for the dinner portion and to get a drink. 3. She didn't introduce me to anyone. 4. They have a sexual history, her and groom. 5. A few more of her exes were also in attendance, who she spent time talking with throughout the night, who she spent time talking to more than she talked to me. Had the roles been reversed, I would have made sure she was comfortable, or we would have left to make her so, but she was more concerned with having a good time, so I left and let her since she commented how I looked like I wasn't having fun. I stayed for 3 hours and her behavior and abandonment of me was disappointing. Given how awkward it was being in that hall, knowing no one, watching her get drunk and dance with these people I didn't know, and not making an effort to help make me feel comfortable, I chose to leave so she could enjoy herself and her choices. I'm not sure why I'm the bad one in this, but would like to hear others' opinions. You acted a lot better than I could have. You were right. I would have done the same thing. That must have felt so uncomfortable. Did you talk to your wife about this afterward and let her know how awkward, excluded and alone you felt? How did she respond? I would leave as well, but it wouldn't end there, because her inappropriate behavior will have consequences. The topic of discussion won't be me defending myself for leaving, but rather her inappropriate behavior during the party. Getting drunk? Dancing with exes? Ignoring you? Not introducing you to anyone? All that instead of appreciating you for having no problem with her or you attending her ex's wedding. She is being intentionally disrespectful, and that is the problem that I would be addressing. On the other hand, I have firm boundaries, and I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with someone who gets drunk at parties, or even a drinker.